Good evening and welcome to Side 21 and tonight's episode of the Jungles of Paldir. Before we jump back into the adventure though, just a couple things we want to announce. Starting with our social media, of course, we are at Side 21 TV on Instagram and TikTok. You can find us there. You can also find our merch store at side21.tv. You can find shirts, hats, all kinds of goodies there. We also have a brand new show, Side 21 and is a podcast-style discussion show where we talk about all things TTRPGs and beyond. The first several episodes are out on YouTube now, so we would love for you to go check that out and let us know what you think. Let us know if there's any topics you'd like to hear us go over going forward on that show. I think that is it for announcements this time, though, so let's go ahead and jump back into tonight's episode of the Jungles of Paldir. Alrighty, where last we left off, our party has been investigating the sewers beneath Raventide Keep. After a brief conversation with Sprout, where she informed them of the mysterious, scary storm cloud that seemed to be surrounding the island, as well as the fact that the hermit seems to have been captured by the pirates, something the party already knew, however. She let them know she only had one dress, and she also let them know that she overheard some words from one Moonfern about a pocket plane, a weapon, and it being time to let the queen in on whatever they were talking about. After talking to her, you guys proceeded into the sewers, fought some gelatinous cubes, found a locked door, found a lever handle, and eventually found a set of keys to open the door. Before going through this door, you found a spike pit and were able to acquire your first pirate outfit, if you will, pirate costume here in the sewers. Going ahead and getting that and then making your way through the door down the new hallway. You guys traveled for a while, a little bit longer than some of the previous corridors that you had been making your way down, until you came upon a room. After doing a little peekaboo into the room, we discovered a waterway where kind of acidic, dirty water seemed to be actively pouring into the space, about a 45-foot channel of this water. After a lengthy discussion and a kind of working the theories that you guys came up with, you were able to summon a disc. We got to see the Cloak of Barking in action for the first time, as Lithariel became a tree growing on this rock in this acid river, if you will, to bridge the gap between the initial platform and the halfway point, using the disc and some impressive jumping to make it the rest of the way across. That is where we find ourselves. The party had just found a second pirate outfit, and the sewer corridors continue. What would you like to do?
Let's please get out of this room. It smells so bad.
Yes, let's continue onward.
Quietly, if we can.
I mean, if any of you can't sneak, I guess get on my disc. It's here for like 50 minutes. It floats. Doesn't make any sound.
Morga, maybe you would like to. Not that you're...
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Listen, I just like to let the enemies know that I'm in the area to kick their ass. But it's fine. I'll take one for the team and I'll sit down. I'm gonna enjoy
Thank
it.
you.
So she just is gonna sit down. You just hear clank, 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 clank.
Morga,
She
as
says-
you walk over towards the disc, I actually need you to make a dexterity save. No, strength saving throw.
What the frick?
I got an. Oh wait, my thing lasts for an hour. I got an 8 on that, but I know I did my period athletics. I have advantage on strength and dexterity checks, so I get to roll again, right? Oh,
Oh.
a fucking 1.
worse.
No wait, that's a 10. That's a 10. That was a 7. Sorry, I can't read. That's worse.
A 10 is a failure, unfortunately. And I'm going to tell you what happens. In this moment, you've almost, it's almost become part of you at this point. You've got your shield that you hold in your left hand, right? And then your sword hand is your right hand. So you feel a kind of burning sensation, and it's something that you don't notice right at first, but it begins to kind of get hotter and hotter, and at the hand that you're gripping your shield in, you begin to feel this crazy like hit to the energy that the shield puts out. You've almost kind of gotten used to it at this point. And Morga, you fall to your knees as this force of energy collides with the energy that your shield puts out to protect this island. And you take 10 points of burning damage. You kind of look down as you grab your shield kind of in the other hand, and you see it like a scorched palm of your left hand where you were holding that shield, making sure, of course, not to let go of the shield.
She's
that?
gonna
Are you okay?
just feel this burning sensation, and she just is gonna close her eyes and try to keep as calm as possible, not to like scream or yell, not to be seen or heard. And she just is gonna take a deep breath and breathe out, but she's gonna be shaking a little bit, trying to keep it together but be strong. And she just is gonna look up at everyone and just say, "That really hurt."
What was it?
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Is my hand okay? And she just is gonna show her hand a little bit in the burn mark and just say, "We need to leave quickly because I feel like whatever is happening here is clashing and fighting with whatever I have in this shield, and we need to leave because I don't know if this is going to happen again, but the longer we're here, the more dangerous that becomes, and that's a horrible feeling, and it makes me nervous for what's to come." And she's just is gonna try to grab onto the wall and try to stand back
Help
up,
her.
trying to like play it cool, but also like totally leaning on Lothario to get back up.
I mean, it's like a pretty nasty looking burn in your left hand.
I pull out the pitcher plant, tell it water, and walk over and lightly start drizzling it on her burn.
Just kind of sheathe your sword, put your shield in your opposite hand, and
Morgan's gonna just look at the water dripping on her hand, and she's gonna try not to cry, but she's gonna cry quietly because that really hurts. And she's gonna just whisper to Rafa and go, "You tell anybody that I cried, I will kill you." But thank you so much. How did you do that? That feels really
What does the
good.
burn look like?
Oh.
Imagine if you grabbed with your hand a like burning hot steel rod.
Got you. So it's not like a
It's-
magical
it's
brand
not.
with the black hand of fate or the black hand or
No,
something.
it looks to be for all intents and purposes, a natural burn, for lack of a better word. But it's bad.
Is this helm trying to tell you that there's danger closer?
Goss, make an insight check for me before you answer that.
Oh.
Oh.
I got a nat 1.
You don't know what that was. I described it in the moment as it felt like something, an energy of some kind hitting the energy that your shield is producing.
I'm going to look at them and kind of relay exactly how I felt it was, saying, you know, whatever this shield has does not like what is around here. This is not good. I've had this shield for a while now. I have never seen this before. I don't know what that means, but that if that is what happens to my hand, imagine what happens if we continue.
Habor, make an Arcana check for me, please.
Oh, yeah.
I got a 12.
I don't think that's high enough. Based on, with the way that she described it to you, you're not sure.
Well, for now, can you continue? And I'll kind of gesture towards the disc.
Yeah, I can. Does anybody happen to have like a napkin or like a handkerchief, a sock that they're not using?
I have
or
this, and I'll pull out
something.
I have some extra fabric from the stuff that I was working on with Finbrew, and I'll just go ahead and take some of that and wrap it around. I'll use the salve actually that I think Abigail gave, the healing salve. She gave us like some.
Oh wait, I gave that to you to save you when you went down.
Oh. I will wrap it with fabric.
Sorry.
I can do more later. I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
It's okay. We just a long rest at some point would be very helpful because I don't know if this is going to continue. So she's just going to get on make herself comfortable as best as she can and just kind of like look at it as she's just floating on this disc, following behind, enjoying, not moving.
Of rest, I'll turn to Rafa. Do you think it would be smarter to maybe, bunk somewhere down here if we can find something safe enough, a little corridor or something, or get up into the city and then find somewhere there?
Well, it seems that we could all benefit from a rest, but I don't know of a safe place to do so. But I do think we should rest soon if we can.
Are you guys walking and talking at this point?
Yes, but once we get a little ways to down the hall, maybe it looks like something's coming up, kind of like lower it back down and get sneaky again.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, as you guys are walking and talking now, Morga floating kind of in the back on this disc, looking at her severely burnt hand. I'd like everybody to make a perception check, please.
Oh, goodness. Come on, baby.
All right.
11.
21.
17?
24.
Halbor?
Yes, 17. Sorry, I lost it in
I think 21, 24. You guys all kind of noticed this, except for Morga, who I think is got a lot on her mind in this moment. Pain, not the least of the things on your mind. You guys are making your way, and I think the reason you guys all noticed this is you all got a pretty good look at it when Lothariel found it. As you guys get maybe 500 feet down this next corridor, you guys all spot on the wall a little, it's hard to miss, kind of, there's like a panel of wood that seems to be just kind of on top of one of the bricks on the right wall. And in the center of the panel is a kind of smaller rectangle that made of metal. It looks almost kind of like an outlet
Oh, that may be for the handle.
Oh, you want to check it?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure I had the handle, so I'll like take it out of my pack.
Yeah, I'll grab it from you and look at the end. Does the end look like it would fit into the? Like, does it look like something that would? Am I way off?
It does.
Okay, it does. Nice. Okay. Well, I suppose. Is everybody ready to do this? Should we take a moment here, or?
I mean, are we at it like a dead end? I guess at DM, are we at like a dead end, or is there still?
Oh, yeah.
You're not. The
continuing-
hallway continues on. This
This
looks
spot
like it
sticks out. huh?
matches the lever that you guys found.
I mean, who knows what it does, but good as chance as any, I guess.
We should all probably brace ourselves before pulling that lever, though, just to be safe.
Right. I kind of just like tense up my shoulders and stiffen a little bit. Like, I think I'm braced.
Morgan's gonna hop off the floating disc and dust herself off and just tighten the bandage she puts on her wrist and grabs her shield and sword. Not really sword, but her shield, and gets ready.
Rafa like moves up against the wall.
I'll put the handle in.
Yeah, as you do, you kind of feel the like iron part on the end of the lever handle kind of slide into the matching iron kind of clasp that's there in the middle of the plank, and it kind of latches in, and like you can't pull it back out. It feels like it could go up or down now. It's in the up position.
Turn back towards everybody. Turn back towards it, and I'll
Do it.
Put a lever.
pull it down.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
As you, where exactly are you standing, Rafa? You said you were leaning against the wall. Are you leaning against the same wall or the opposite wall?
The
As the lever.
Same wall as the lever, kind of like my back just to the wall, like flat against the wall.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so as you pull this lever down, you guys all hear the sound of stone on stone as the, I will say like a 2 foot opening kind of slides open in the wall on the opposite side of the hallway from where the lever is. Yeah, and it seems to have opened a room here.
Can we see into the room from where we are?
Yeah, if you turn around from where you're at with the lever, you can see into the room. Make a perception check, trying to look in from where you're standing here.
Okay. That
What'd
is
you
a
see?
15.
Nice.
15 is pretty good. You look in there, and the first thing you immediately notice is the space inside looks a lot, and like it's in a lot better condition than these corridors that you've been moving through. And it's like only like a 2 foot kind of doorway that opened up, so you can't see a ton into the room, but it looks like there is a small place for like a cooking fire and a couple of beds.
Oh wow. Is there like lights on or anything? Is there anything burning?
No.
Okay. This may be somebody's place down here, so be careful. I don't know if you want to maybe check the room first, Rafa.
It might have been somebody's place, but it's ours now. And I start kind of peek my head in, try and get a better look.
Yeah, actually, you've piqued my curiosity. I must examine.
Yeah, you look inside the room. You see a kind of pretty intact rug on a stone floor. You see there are 3 kind of cot-like beds that appear to be set up in here, and there is a small. It's interesting. It's like a fireplace, but it's smaller than like what we're used to when we think of a fireplace, and it's kind of built into the corner of the room, in the corner opposite from where the beds are, and you see what looks to be a small kind of crate in one of the corners as well.
Okay.
What do you guys see?
Can we see into the room from where we are? Yeah, Does it look?
I pull my
I'm
head
gonna,
back out to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pull my head back out to everyone and say, It is all good. I call dibs on a cat and walk inside.
I'm gonna peek inside too. Does it look like it's? How can I tell? Like how looking around in here, how long it has been since somebody's been in here?
Make a survival check.
Okay. Oh, it was almost a natural 20. 12?
No, you have no clue. You don't see any signs of recent
Is it dusty?
activity. Yeah, it's a little dusty. It's kind of It's actually, I would say it's probably not that dusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess it wouldn't be dusty if it's down here. in
Yeah,
the
is there
moist
any other
environment.
entrances to this room, or just the one that we opened?
No. Not that you can see.
I'll follow Rafa.
You're assuming the
into
fireplace has a chimney.
Yeah, I'll follow Rafa into the room, and then see if I can't use Prestidigitation's fire play, and see if I can't like light a candle, torch, or small fireplace in here.
Yeah, if you have the spell, you absolutely can light the fireplace.
Cool. I guess I wasn't sure if it had like fuel, so I take a
It
few
does. It
steps
looks to
in.
have like some leftover wood in there that was not fully ignited the last time it was in use.
Perfect. And then yeah, I instantaneously light a small campfire, and it's in the furnace thing.
As you do that, Lothario looks and says, Do you think this maybe could alert somebody that we're here? If there is a fire going.
I don't know. Looks like we came through the only entrance, so. Shrug.
Orga's gonna walk in and look around and look at Lothario and say, you know what, not a bad idea. If this is a chimney and it goes out, the last thing we want to do is send smoke signals that we're down here. But I am on your side on that one. But it looks nice. The rock looks good.
I mean, all right. Can I like perceive around the room? Is there anything like crates or anything like that to examine?
Yeah, there is one crate in not the corner where the fireplace is, not the corner where the beds are, but the other corner on the same side of the room as the beds, opposite the fireplace.
I'm gonna go check the crate. What's in this crate?
Yeah, you open the crate. It does have a lid, but you can tell it's already like separated. It's not like nailed into the other sides of the crate. And you find 3 common healing potions.
Oh.
Hey, check this out, guys. This is what it was supposed to look like before Rafa got to it. And I hold up the 3 potions.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not the only one that did that. That is not
I
fair.
take blame for that as well.
I had nothing to do with it. And I'm
Rafa,
gonna kind of
you're
like
the
plop
newest
onto
member
one of the cots.
party. I've got to tease you about it, okay? I'm sorry.
It was a group effort.
You know, a little trick to do is Halbar cannot hold his alcohol. So they keep that one in your back pocket. That it is really funny. So you can get back at him for that
Okay,
one.
here, you should take this health
A
potion.
green
And I
line.
start waving with them
A
in your
grin
face.
appears on his face as he just wide eyes.
Okay, so you should stop talking about that and take this health potion instead.
That was a great story.
Do we have an idea about what time it is during the day? Is it like evening?
I think that'd be another survival check at this point. You've been in a place with no windows or natural sunlight for a little bit now.
Okay. Ooh. 7.
With a 7, you know you've been in here for a few hours. Like thinking back to exactly what time it was when you came in, you're just not exactly sure.
While everybody's looking around, she's gonna go over to one of the cots and just kind of sit down, just to kind of rest, and she's gonna put her shield in front of her and just kind of go like this on top of it, and she's just gonna close her eyes and just be in deep thought, and she's gonna take this time to just pray, hoping and just praying to Helm, asking for answers. In her praying in her head, she's going to say, Helm, what the fuck was that? What does all of this mean? Because that if you call me a champion, why are you burning my hand? What are you trying to warn me about? So that way I can be best prepared for what you're gonna throw at me. Because I do not understand. And she just is gonna sit there just to herself, not saying a word to anybody else.
Well, it seems okay for now. If you all want, we can rest here and perhaps just stay on watch in case somebody does decide to come back.
Cool. I've got 2 things for that then. And you see me pull out the... It's been a minute, guys. Do you remember this? The crocodile jaw trap.
Oh,
And I start
wow.
to like set it up in the mouth of the doorway. This thing's fun. Haven't used this in a while.
Perfect. It is kind of in the open though. Maybe they could just hop over it.
I mean, what? It was only like 2 feet tall.
2 feet wide.
Oh, 2 feet wide? Ah, okay, sorry. I mean, let them. I don't know what else we can do about that. Can we close ourselves in? Is there like a lever or anything in here?
Make a perception check as you look at the opening where the stone seemed to slide open.
A 9.
Luckily, it's pretty easy to see this. The stone, the 2-foot kind of slab of stone, you can see that it pushed back, and when it pushed back, it fit itself onto like a kind of sliding. There's like, you see a rail kind of mounted above the doorway along the wall, and it kind of slid into this rail where it can slide. And basically, it looks like there's like kind of a little release, and you can slide it back into position to be closed again.
Oh, cool. And I just like, I'll point it out to both Lothario and Rafa and be like, guys, I don't know if I can reach it, but like, look, you can move the doorway back in place.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
similar
yeah.
to like how a ladder, the kind they use in libraries, like slides,
Oh, yeah.
kind of like that. But once it gets into position in front of the opening, it can come off the rail and be pushed back into place.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just kind of nod to Rafa and head over to the door and try to push it back in place and down the rail to close it.
Make a strength check.
Rafa, will you help me?
I sit there waiting to see if he needs help.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Iconic.
6.
With a 6, I mean, it's on this rail, so like you can move it a little bit, but you're like the way it works too is it's on a little bit of an angle. So when you pulled that lever, it basically like a rope pulled the stone slab back onto the rail, and the rail being at sort of an angle, it was able to slide out of the way, kind of downward,
Okay.
just with the gravity. So you're kind of pushing it just like a minute, little incline, but you're able to get about halfway before your arms start to like wobble.
Am I pushing?
And I'll
look
go
back.
over there
I
and
got- no,
catch
I've
it
got
right
it.
as it gets to that point.
With the 2 of you helping, you guys are able to slide it back into place. So you kind of slide it up the rail to where the rail ends, and then push it forward back into the slot, and then there's a little kind of latch there as well that looks like that's what the lever releases, but you on this side of it, you can clasp it back.
Nice. Yeah, clasping it.
Cool. I'm still setting up the jaw trap. Don't step in it.
Oh, yes. There's three beds.
3 cot-style beds, 3 common healing potions, and a fireplace.
Okay, if there's anywhere like ledges, sturdy ledges, that I can hang up my hammock, I'll probably just do that.
I think that you think it would be low. It's like going to be low to the ground, but you could hang it like between the bedposts. Like there's sturdy enough beds that you could like tie the ropes of the hammock to like two of the posts.
Yeah,
Stretch it out across
I'll do
the open
that
space.
in between Morga and Halbor's bed,
All
wherever they're
right.
kind of setting their stuff up, and I'll just kind of have my stuff like that and my bag and everything kind of underneath my hammock. Well, that definitely feels a lot more secure. So
Morga, you hear no response to your prayers, unfortunately. And go ahead and make an insight check for me, please.
Oh man,
Nat 1.
really?
How many is that? Is that 3?
That's the second
Second
one.
one.
That's the second one.
Um,
I'm gonna cry.
I think this is also on an insight. I think what's happening here is Morga is shook. The way that felt, with the shield was unsettling. It felt, bigger than you. It felt, it was assault on the force of your shield, and that's something you've never felt before, and it really hurt your hand. So I think Morga in this moment is having a hard time really feeling insightful.
She's going to open her eyes and like lean her shield like, up against the cot and kind of like pace the room a little bit, like sighing, just getting like really. She's frustrated. She's angry. She's kind of like just pacing and kind of like kicking a couple rocks or whatever on the ground that she sees as she's walking. She just is gonna put herself to sleep and just go straight to sleep. Not say a single word and just cross her arms like this, but keep her hurt hand up, not to make it worse anymore. And she's just gonna try to go to sleep, basically cussing in her thoughts to Helm, going, "Fuck you."
As you lay down, kind of got your hand exposed. Halbor, I'm going to let you do one more Arcana check. Now that you're kind of in a less stressful place, you've got a fire going, you've got some beds and some healing potions. Calm down a little bit.
if it betrays me, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh my god. Don't be like me.
26. I rolled a 19 on the die.
Let's
Nice.
go.
heck yeah.
As you kind of, you're looking around the room, she's laying down, she's got her hand, kind of open and out. You look at her hand, and you think back to what she described, and it kind of, now you've had some time to think about it, kind of clicks for you. She spoke about, something in the area maybe affecting the shield, but what you think happened is something hit the outside of the barrier that the shield is creating, protecting this island.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm taking notes. I copy all that.
And you think, too, with a 26, with enough force that, to burn her hand that severely this far away from where that barrier is, it must have been pretty intense, whatever hit it. You
So
also
I-
think back to what Sprout described.
So yeah, I feel like I take this really long look at Morga. I put all these things together. I open my book. I like write down a couple sentences on some notes about just to keep tabs on follow-up incidents. And then since we've still got our like communication earrings, I'm gonna send it just to Lothariel if I can, and so somebody else like knows and I don't disturb Morga in her sleep. And I'm gonna be like, testing, Lothariel, do you copy? The shield incident from earlier was probably something extremely dangerous, smashing into that barrier her shield makes. Just so we can be on guard, because Sprout, our little pixie friend, said there was a black storm, and that's very ominous already.
Yes, with the red lightning. He was kind of just playing to himself and humming. And here that came in. He was like, yes, with the red lightning. Well, good to know. Maybe that means we're on the right track then.
Or it means somebody dangerous is here.
Rafa, you hear none of this.
Yeah, I'm just sitting over there with like a rock and the pitcher plant, and I'm using it to wet my blade, and I'm just sharpening my blade.
We're just kind of whispering to ourselves under that. We can. Yes, good to know. We'll speak more on it tomorrow.
Yeah, I just wanted someone else to know before we lay down.
Well, get some rest, buddy.
Thank you. Same to you. And then I would like finish taking my notes, give like a look at Rafa, and then just like roll over on my cot.
And Lothario will also kind of he's gonna put everything now that he's kind of situated in the hammock, put all his bags that are underneath the hammock in the hammock with him, and kind of just like fold the cloak of barking over it, kind of like give a little side eye towards where Rafa is, and snuggle up and like just like hugging his belongings, kind of drift off to sleep as well.
Are we not taking watches, or are we? Did we decide after we closed the door that we're not?
I don't know.
Guess we did unconsciously.
I'll well, okay, how about this? I'll do all that stuff and kind of give the look over to you and be like, do you want to watch first, or do you feel comfortable with the door closed?
I just give him a nod and continuously, like in a like constant rhythmic pattern, just sharpening my blade.
Well, thank you.
All right, Rafa gets first watch.
Morgan's just snoring. She's out. She's out cold.
And I'll hug my belongings and drift off.
Halbor, what are you doing?
I kind of like rolled over, listened to that whole conversation, and just decide Rafa gets first watch, and I'm just gonna sleep until somebody wakes me.
Alrighty. Rafa is kind of sit there quietly sharpening your blade. What's going through Rafa's head in this quiet moment? The first kind of quiet moment I think you've really had since joining this group.
It's kind of a mix of things. Rafa is still trying to process the information about Bane, as well as Morga being the champion of a god. And then he's also like excited and amping himself up to get back into the keep.
Make a perception check as you kind of sit here in this moment of reflection.
You still have a bardic inspiration, I think, too, right? Or no, that's only an hour. Ain't no way.
13.
With the 13, this place is not, throughout the time that you guys have been in here, it hasn't been quiet. There's always been kind of the distant sound of water running somewhere, as well as other water dripping, and just kind of the general essence of like a place that is wet and that's got small kind of green moss and mold growing everywhere. So it hasn't been quiet, and it continues to sound as it has the entire time that you've been in here. Your watch passes with no events.
With that, I will go over and wake Halbor. Because we did not talk about an order. And he
choice
played a
made.
joke on me, so you're waking up first.
I
Like,
love
"All right,
that.
I'm up. I'm awake. Okay, is it my turn?
It is your turn. Nothing happened. Good night.
We just like trade spots on cots. I get off. He gets on. All right, that sounds fair.
Halbor, you kind of, watch Rafa very quickly go to sleep after waking you up. Kind of stand up in this space. You see the fire still got a little bit of an ember to it. What would you like to do?
I spend the first 10 minutes of my watch casting alarm. Ritual casting alarm. No one can bother me, and I can just get the door set up with a magical alarm. So the statement is, choose a door, window, or an area within a range that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. I just pick the door. The alarm alerts me whenever the creature touches or enters the warded area.
Okay.
And then it's going to be a silent alarm that just I hear, it doesn't audibly sound.
Gotcha. And perfect. What else?
And then after that, I just like fully ignore doing the watch at that point because I've set up the alarm spell. And I start like scrolling through my notes and like compiling
There he
research
is.
and stuff to double check like if I can maybe craft any new spells here, or just like make sure all my ducks are in a row for stories,
incredible.
for new info and stuff.
Mechanically, are you trying to do anything?
No, I don't think so. Mechanically, the ritual spell was it, and the rest of the time I'm just like, I ain't paying attention. I got notes to. I'm a wizard, man. I got research to conduct. Like,
Yeah, and you kind of look back over everything that you've scribbled down over the, I think, past few days since leaving Banthura, and you kind of, look at your notes on, everything that Mambo told you about the different kinds of fish and shellfish that he can get in the river, and you kind of make a page about that and kind of get it cleaned up, and then all the, I think, small sketches of like different plants that you've seen that
I was gonna say
you
the
haven't really
mushroom guys.
recognized.
I like clean up the sketches of the mushroom guys.
Yeah, and you get Kutoa and Sprout, and you kind of get all that organized in your book. And you do not take a watch, really, so you will not be rolling. But your alarm spell does not go off. However, before you choose the person to take the next watch, Rafa, as you drift off to sleep and the black takes your vision, you feel that restful feeling of drifting off, but it doesn't seem to last very long as you find yourself standing in you're on a beach, but you're not standing in the sand. You're standing in the shallow water, just, into what appears to be the ocean. You see, it seems to be an endless beach. You look left and right. It's never ending. Just the sea in front of you, more massive than even she is typically. I think you look down. Make a perception check for me.
14.
Not bad.
With a 14, you look down and you see the water just around where you're standing begin to kind of move unnaturally. Like you're used to the tide coming in and out. This water starts to almost spiral around you, and you feel the force of it begin to increase, and until you're being almost pulled down, and you can feel the force of this spiral and this moving water also eroding the ground beneath where you're standing to where you're actually just floating now, treading water in this space as the water around you swirls and swirls and eventually pulls you beneath the surface. You feel it's that incredible sensation. It's like now you're not on the shore. You're in deep ocean water, and you're being pulled straight down rapidly. You see, fish and different seaweed bits and things floating in the water, racing past your vision as you're going further and further down. You can feel a pain on the side of your neck as you take
Ew.
8 points of slashing damage. You feel it on both sides of your throat. And suddenly you stop. You're floating here in the water. You look and you see a large figure here standing in front of you, floating in front of you in the water. Kind of a blue skin, hair braided down with shells and different bits of like sand dollars and things. And you hear in your head, I am Umberly. I am the sea. I am the unseen pull at your conscience. The sea will not whisper to you, Rafa Hollow. It will not soothe. I speak as storms speak, through weight, through pressure, through the knowledge that anything it touches, it may also take. And so you'll hear me, not as comfort, but as truth. The tide that raised you still watches. You were born to a man who thought he commanded the waves, but even Silas knew, quietly, privately, that no captain rules the sea. He merely bargains with it. His strength shaped you, but his fall did not break you. That night on the lifeboat, when mercy and grief braided themselves around your hands, you believed something in you died. It did not. It shed. The boy who served, who obeyed, who clung to legacy like driftwood, he sank beneath the surface. What rose was a creature of instinct and salt, a man who laughs at danger because he has already drowned once and found the bottom wanting. You mourn the hollowed siren as though she were your destiny. Foolish child, ships are wood and will. They rot, they burn, they betray, but a path, a true path, does not splinter. It bends, it pulls, it returns. You think you drifted to Raventide Keep by chance. You think the current stalled you out of indifference. No, she shakes her head. I held you here. The sea does not lose what it intends to use. Chase your birthright as though reclaiming a ship will mend the wound in your chest. But listen well, tide-marked son. Your legacy will not be carved by the vessel you lost, but by the world you are about to shape. The currents twist with unrest. Something stirs beneath the surface, old, hungry, and patient. The life of the sea, the balance of storm and stillness, depends on a hand reckless enough to gamble with fate and clever enough to win. That hand is yours. The company you find yourself in, the mage, the mountain, and the mask, are not accidents. They are tides of their own, each pulled toward the same fate they do not yet understand. They will need you. They will break without you. And you, Rafa Hollow, will become something far greater than a captain reclaiming a stolen deck. You will become the fulcrum on which futures pivot. Do not mistake my tone for kindness. I am not kind. I am the undertow that drags the unworthy down. I am the storm that tests the hull. I am the silence after the last breath leaves a drowning man. But you have survived me. You have served me without knowing. And now you walk the line between ruin and revelation with a grin that dares the world to push you. Stay your course. Do not look back at ghosts. Do not measure yourself by the ship you lost or the father you buried. Your true voyage begins now, and the sea itself leans in to watch. And you feel being pulled back up as you were pulled down towards the surface. And as Halbor's watch comes to an end, you kind of sit straight up in your bed, feeling the taste of salt water in your mouth, grabbing at your neck and feeling 3 slits on either side of your neck. Halbor, as you are getting ready to come let whoever you are going to wake up for the next watch, you see this.
So he like shoots up and sits straight up, and I'm like in my boat, I'm just like and I give him this like stare, like you didn't catch me not paying attention. It's like, hey, it's not your watch. You're already up, man. You're good. I'll get Lothario.
What the fuck is on my neck?
Do I see anything?
You see 3 kind of diagonal slashes on either side of his throat that are still actively bleeding.
Oh, dude, what did...
Make
I'm
a
like,
nature check.
I was like, yeah, I'm like stunned for a second. It's just like, whoops, I accidentally hit that twice. What's the first one?
Double nature.
That showed up. Ooh, the first one was a 21.
Nice.
They sure look like gills to you.
You like... I like in my book, I just like go right back and take some quick, like jot a couple quick sentences, and I'm like, did you just spontaneously grow gills? And you're bleeding. Like, be careful. They look tender.
I do not know what happened. I was dreaming. It is a blur.
Would I be able to like insight check him to see if I could put together this might have been like a vision? Because we've all had either a vision or a nightmare at this point.
I think because you said that last part, yes. I think you have now seen a few weird stuff, happening. So, yeah.
I got a 16 for insight. If I was like gathered it was a nightmare or something.
I think that, of course you can't be sure, but I think it would be a 16 definitely makes some kind of connection to what he's going through and what you guys have been through. You don't know, it could be, and I think you would need to hear more about the experience, but yeah.
I was like, I give him this look and I'm like, hey man, we've all seen some weird stuff in our time here on the island. Don't worry about it too much. Just go back to bed and get your rest.
I'll kind of give him a nod, quickly glance over at Morga, and then lay back down and try and go get some more rest. Just like really trying to process everything that I just saw.
I think I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's such a good roll
13.
still.
I think a 13. I don't think that your mind is still enough to sleep right now after the force of the experience that you just had.
Heard.
It'd be like, trying to go to sleep after meeting somebody with the most intense aura to you personally that could be, whatever celebrity or athlete or whatever that may be. and trying to sleep immediately after that moment.
Yeah, Rafa's really just trying to process the fact that he met the sea.
While Rafa like settles back down, I just like go over and I poke Lithariel in the side a couple times. Just like, hey Lithariel, let's watch swap.
What?
Watch swap.
One eye open, kind of like look over, like, oh, Rafa's already awake.
Ignore that. Something happened. We'll talk about it in the morning.
Can you still watch
Me?
while you're awake, Rafa?
I get like, Halvor gets like 2 seconds of like, you lazy piece of shit. Get up and take your watch.
All right, I'm so tired.
There's also no answer from Rafa.
All right, yeah, I kind
He's
of
like,
roll
come on,
out,
Lithariel, it's
rub my
Thursday.
eyes.
You only got to be up
Halvor
a
getting
couple hours.
increasingly spicy as this adventure continues.
Yeah.
So much attitude.
Halvor's growing into it, man. He's never been away from like
He
his
is a
home
wizard.
before.
So I effectively have my long rest then, since this is the last.
Correct.
Yes.
And I will say this, Rafa, for your sake, I don't think that you're going to suffer a point of exhaustion from this, but I also don't think you're going to get any natural, like, healing.
Okay. What about like my rage, that type of stuff?
I think we'll say you got your rage back in the first part.
Okay.
So I'll kind of get up, pull out some crackers and honey, and kind of just like set up on kind of like near, let's see, what is it over here? Just kind of near the fireplace, up against the wall where the fireplace and the beds are, and just like looking kind of towards the door and just kind of eat crackers and honey and do my watch pretty quietly and in kind of in my head.
Anything on your mind you'd care to share?
Thinking about like what a wild day it was, and that we're about to like be putting ourselves into more danger, and that seems like a hefty pattern, and I feel like that's probably how this trip is going to be constantly. So I'm kind of, easing into desensitizing myself to being surprised by the danger and, craziness around every corner. And then I kind of start also thinking about Abigail, and then Miss Snow Beetle, and home, and back to all of Waterdeep, and then kind of to everybody, and thinking about like why we're going through all this craziness, and how much it's going to affect everybody if by some God's miracles, which is literally happening too, we survive and succeed. And then it's kind of just eating the crackers and starts to kind of think about his mother a little bit, and then distracts himself, looks up towards Rafa. Are you still awake?
Rafa shifts a little bit, but doesn't answer.
Did something happen while we were sleeping?
Make a perception check.
17.
Yes, you can see that he is clearly injured.
Oh gods. I can. Do you need assistance? I'm pretty well rested. I can help you out.
I would not want you to use any of your spells so early.
Oh,
We may
that-
need them.
yeah. Well, I may need you. And I walk over to him, and
Him saying that mirrors what Umberly said to you about them leaving you very heavily in that moment.
and
Sorry,
I will
continue.
first level cast Healing Word. And I'll say, just relax, and I'll kind of my voice kind of octaves down, or octaves, and like reverberates a little bit, and you will get 10 points of healing.
Nice.
Nice.
Stop, that was so cute.
As you say it, though, you notice, if anything, he does the opposite. His whole body tenses, like almost bracing for it.
I'm not sure how much you've had magical help like this in the past, but it is a odd sensation, but you feel much better after.
Any wounds that you had on your body, getting this healing back, you feel better. You see, little cuts and scrapes that you've had along the way here kind of close up and heal. And you feel the skin around your neck kind of tighten. You reach up. There's no blood there anymore, but the slits are still there.
Those may need more healing or time. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a little something to help you. Did you have those before?
Just take and roll onto my side with my back facing him, put my arm covering it, and just kind of ball up.
He kind of just turns back towards the wall and kind of sits down and finishes his crackers and honey, and eventually gets to kind of tuning his harp a little bit and making sure everything's in order there while he finishes his watch.
Okay. I'll say make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Can't get worse than that, right? A 10.
You don't, hear anything going on outside of this room, and your watch passes without event. You may all take the benefits of a long rest. You as well, Rafa. It just won't provide you with any healing this time.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I needed that.
Yes, I think we all did. Start brushing my teeth.
I have at this point taken out an extra shirt and tore the sleeve off and kind of wrapped it around.
Sure.
Loosely, but covering it.
Okay.
Morgan's gonna reach up and try to see if the hair is growing a little bit where the fireball happened, just hoping and praying. But she's gonna not say anything and just kind of keep to herself, getting her shield back up and checking her hand to see how it's healing, if it healed, and still trying to process why there's no answer.
You feel firstly up at your hairline. It feels the same as it did.
Dang it!
Yesterday.
I'm mad.
You look
up.
down at the hand, and we live in the magical world of Faerun, where people fully heal when they go to sleep at night. It's incredible. And you look down at your hand, and you see that the wound itself has healed, but unmissable scar is going across that palm. It looks clear as day, like somebody burnt you with the handle of a baseball bat or something.
She's going to wrap it up again and act like nothing happened and just deep sigh and stand up and look around and go, how did everybody sleep? I slept like a rock.
Oh, I didn't sleep bad. And I sit up and you see blue energy coursing through me. I'm setting my spells. My eyes flare and I'm getting my portent rolls for the day. Setting up all my stuff. Speaking of my portent rolls, Where are my numbers? I got a 15 and a 12 today.
All right.
Not bad.
Can't wait to get that 12.
And then you guys like watch my spell book flare a little bit, and I like swap expeditious retreat for remove curse. You guys are like watching me like rejot new spells out on my page.
Gotcha.
I'm kind of just sitting there. I have the axe out once again, and I'm just kind of staring at my reflection in the blade.
Oh yeah, once I'm like up and settled, I'll be like, "You good, Rafa? Did you get any more sleep?"
You see kind of like a dazed look at first, and he kind of blinks a couple times. There was no more sleep to be had. We are ready to go. And his demeanor is back to his normal, very loose self.
All right, if you're ready, we're glad to have you, man. Thank you for being
I think
here.
I'd like you to make a... I think I'll leave it up to you. You don't have to tell anybody what it is, but you need either persuasion or deception on that statement you just made, and
Could
just
it
tell
be
me the result.
performance?
Sure. Just DM me.
Oh wait.
Oh, we didn't see
see
it.
it.
I
Oh.
don't see anything.
Okay,
rolled
I
it rolled
forgot that
everybody.
yeah,
Okay, if everybody can see it, it's all good. What'd you get?
14.
I think I'm going to abandon the DC because everybody saw it, and you guys heard what you heard, and I'm not going to say anything about it.
Fair. I just like pat him on like the knee as I'm like getting all my stuff together. Here, you didn't take
I
one
like-
last night, and I'll hand him one of the other health potions. Because I gave one to Morga and kept two, and now I'll give one to him.
Now take it and put it in my sack and start wrapping the blade of the axe back up while everyone gets ready.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I go and like deactivate my crocodile jaw trap and put it back on my back.
You guys see Halbor go over there and kind of press like a little pressure plate and pull his hand back really quick as it snaps closed.
And then you watch me like take out the wand of roaming pain, and I just like thumb it a couple times and then like put it back on my belt. And like I think I'm ready to go.
You hear in your head as you run your finger along the wand. Oh, a new day. Just wait till dusk. You put it back.
It's like, well, I kind of like internally go, well, I appreciate your support, I guess. Like, gonna cause some pain later today, I guess. And I just like put it back in my pocket. It's like, all right.
Says nothing further to you. Rafa, where is your trident?
Oh.
It's what I carry with me, so once I finish like wrapping up the axe and like securing it on my back, I would just go and pick it up. It's probably just leaned against the wall at the moment.
I'll say as you pick it up, this feels different. And if you would like to spend some time with it and tune with it, you may be able to kind of perceive why that is.
I like pick it up and notice this, and I kind of start like, you know, twirling it kind of, and just getting a feel for like trying to figure out why, and I will spend some time with it.
Cool. Halbor or Lothariel, did you guys keep the fire going? Did you there was like a small bundle of sticks kind of next to it. Did you keep it going throughout the night?
I did not.
I would say if by the time it got to me and there was enough to keep it going, I would have like thrown in a little one while I was like sitting there eating and stuff, but let it die out through the morning.
I'll say you did. You threw in the little one there, and as the last embers are kind of just burning away now. Lothario, I want you to make a perception check with advantage for me, please.
Okay. Pretty good. 22.
Nice.
With a 22, you kind of, you guys are getting ready to do whatever this day may ask of you to do. And you're looking around, you see Rafa's got his throat covered up now. You see Morga kind of glancing down at her palm, like rubbing it with her other hand. You see Halbor writing in his book, as he always is. And your eyes, as you're looking around at these guys, your eyes pass kind of over the fireplace. And you see this last little wasp of smoke coming up from the fire as it's, just burning out the last bit of life it has. And you notice the smoke, it kind of curls up in a single line and begins to curl in the air as smoke is ought to do. And you see it begins to take a shape and form into what looks like very similar to the harp that you carry on your side. And you think back to when you woke up outside the trial room and you looked up and saw the leaves falling in just that specific way as well. And that's all.
As I catch him like staring at the smoke of the dead fire, I'm like, oh, I can clean that up. And I go and I press to digitate the ashes away. It's like, oh, I can clean that.
Wow.
Can't let anybody know we were here, I guess, if that's what we're trying to do.
Just looking at my harp. Yes, that's a good idea.
All right. Anybody got any questions, concerns? We ready to go?
I think Lothario, I will let you make a insight check here. I will let you know that just with what you've got right now, the DC is very, very high. But who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, I mean, he's definitely thinking about it. Thinking about outside the temple, looking at his harp. Being like, am I just like looking for that and, seeing it in things? Or is this like something that's real? But that is a 17.
A 17 is a very good roll that is not high enough for this check.
Yep, I just think about it and...
He's feeling something. He's feeling.
Don't hurt yourself.
I just need a moment to focus my magic and tune my instruments. And I think I'll be ready to head out. What's the plan once we get topside? Rafa, do you have anybody maybe that that we can talk to about getting to a dungeon area and to the hermit at all?
Well, I lived there for about 7 months. I'm sure there are plenty of people that we could talk to. Whether or not they would know this information, I do not know.
Well, do you have anywhere we should start? I have an idea of where we should start. Anybody that you maybe feel like you can somewhat trust that still is in the city?
Make a history check with advantage, Rafa, please.
Okay.
Thank God for advantage.
Well, yeah. 7.
Damn.
Better than that one.
Bruh.
You know someone that you feel like you can trust. You, like you said, you were only there for 7 months, but one of the only people you were kind of able to connect closely with was the gentleman that ran the kind of like ship repair business that exists within Raventide Keep. A guy by the name of Sharkbait Sullivan.
Hell yeah.
I had
was
that
gonna
thought.
say that.
Oh god.
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Shark bait. Sullivan.
Shark bait Sullivan.
Sullivan. Shark bait. Yeah.
Well, as much as you cannot really trust anyone, there
course.
may be one person who is a little more likely to help. Maybe.
And I want you in this moment, Rafa, to tell us why you trust this person.
He, I got to know him a lot, trying to leave this island and inquiring about my ship. And he was able to give information here and there, but as you can see, I am still stuck. And with no ship.
Did
So
the
you can't
shark
trust
bait?
anyone, but he can
He
be
didn't
helpful.
lead you to imminent peril, so that's a plus, I
That
guess.
is true.
The small one gets it.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe we can start with finding this Mr. Sullivan and ask if he can maybe find out more some way or point us in a better direction of what we're trying to do here. Which is solely just to find the person. We don't need to tell anybody here about the grand plan. Not that we know much of
You would
any
keep
of the
that
steps further anyways.
quiet.
But
Well then.
yes, I believe I'm ready to continue forward if you all are.
Yeah, as soon as people say they're ready, I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself, just because
Nice.
it's only good for 8 hours. But also, if they don't like spell casting, I don't want to be caught doing it in the middle of town. So I'm just gonna cast it now. So I at least can take my defense in with me for some of the day.
Everybody in this room make especially I'd say Rafa, yours will be with advantage. Make a, how about just straight intelligence?
An
Oh,
intelligence
God.
Check.
-1 at mine.
Yeah.
Got a 9.
I have a natural 1.
There we go.
16!
I
Good
got
boy,
a-
smart this morning.
I got a 13.
Those of you that rolled on the higher side, after Halbor, you say about not wanting to go in or to go topside, without having your mage armor up or whatever. You guys, like the height of the floor that you're on, it only stands to reason. You guys are probably nowhere. You think you're not really close to like the surface yet, and you think like if this is the height of this story, this bottom story that we're on, it's probably 2 more before we're right under the city.
No, man.
You're getting the sense that you might be in the sewer for
For a
several
minute.
days.
Oh, we still got some climbing to do. Ah, crap.
Oh, I thought we were maybe almost there.
That means we have to smell absolute shit for longer.
This place is starting to really put the Dungeons and Dragons.
Did y'all hear that? Was that a voice?
What was that?
Oh, my inspiration just whispered to me. This dungeon sucks.
All right, well, are you all ready to keep going?
I guess we're
I'm
as ready as
ready.
we can be.
Anything else you would like to do in this room before you guys hit that release mechanism and slide the door back open?
I just have a weird question. How long has it been since my alarm spell? Because it's good for 8 hours.
You took second watch, so it has been 6 hours.
6 hours? Okay.
Ish. 5, 6.
I thought it was funny. I didn't designate any of you guys as people who would not set it off. So whoever touches the door first, it just like rings in my head. Someone touches it and was like, shit, let me turn that off. Hang on. I forgot. And I like turn my
Touching
switch
the door
off.
Everyone
over.
was sleeping, so.
And all right, we open the door.
Yes.
Somebody help me.
I want to watch this.
You guys are able to get this door open and move back into the corridor. You see that the lever is still in the position that you left it in.
Can we detach? I'm gonna try to like close the doorway and then see if I can't detach the lever.
It didn't
Probably
come off
safe.
before when I put it on, but you can definitely try.
Might be a safe zone on this floor if we need it in the future.
So what do you pull the lever down, or are you trying to like pull it off the wall?
Both. I want to
Or
like
if
pull
you
the
push
lever.
it back up, I mean.
Yeah, I want to push it up, like wait for
Okay.
the door to slide in, and then see if I can't like pull it off.
Yeah, as you push it into the up position, the door indeed does kind of seems like it's activating some sort of rope mechanism that's pulling that door back along the
Nice.
rail from the
Pulley's still
outside.
functioning.
It seems to be locked in to the slot, I guess, for lack of a better word now. You know it came out somehow, though. I'll say if you want to make an investigation check to see if you can figure out how to re-release the lever so you can take it with you, you are more than
Sure.
welcome to.
Yeah, I'll give it a once over. What did I got an 18.
Nice.
With an 18, yeah, you kind of look around in the slot and you see like there's a little kind of toggle behind the switch, and your hands, conveniently enough, are small enough to kind of get a finger back there and release it.
All right, and I'm just like click, pop, and I'm like, here you go, Lothariel, for next time. And I just hand him the lever.
Well, good job. Thank you. I'll put it back in. I guess we have the spot if we need to come back to it.
It was
Better safe
cozy.
than sorry.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Incredible.
All right, who takes the lead?
Thank goodness we found it. Yeah, I'll begin to walk ahead. So, okay, looking at this corridor, how it ventures further, is it just still straight for like a long time?
It actually looks like it goes straight for maybe another 100 feet or so, and it looks like it comes to a dead end with a kind of left-hand turn.
Okay.
But no other directions seem visible from here.
Well, I suppose we should, stick to being as quiet as possible, but
I apologize in advance.
for what?
I make a lot of noise.
Clunk,
Um,
clunk, clunk.
I'm gonna try, but it just everybody knows I'm coming down the hallway. Let's just say that.
Just stop wearing your armor.
No,
Easy.
that's good.
Javaden.
I mean, what do you need it for? I don't wear armor.
Yeah, but you get really angry, and that boosts you so much.
I think all this salt water gave you thicker skin, maybe. Maybe it's like
I'm
a
sure it's
natural
all the
callus
rope
It
ball.
burn.
gave me something alright, and
I bet he's
walk
got
over.
calluses on
Yeah.
calluses.
Yeah, walk down the hallway.
I follow.
All right, you guys walk down to the end of this corridor, make that left-hand turn, and I think as you make this left-hand turn, Rafa, I think you in particular, I'd like to make a perception check here.
I can do that.
Oh,
15.
not bad. Oh yeah.
You smell salt water.
Do you
Smells a
want
little
to
bit
smell
better
that?
over here.
Smell what?
Yeah,
Smells
smell
less
that.
rotten over here.
You don't smell the water.
Oh, so I guess
Like
I
once he
kinda
points
do.
it out, would we be able to?
I think yeah. Once he speaks on it, you guys can now kind of get that saltiness in the air. He's just a little more attuned to it than you are.
Oh, that's weird. What's that doing down here?
I go looking for it.
When you say I go looking for it, what do you mean? Are you moving forward
Like I just
quickly?
start not quickly, but I'm
Intently.
just proceeding, trying to see if I can figure out where this smell is coming from.
Yeah, and it only takes you a little bit further. The corridor kind of curves a little bit, and it reveals an opening, maybe 50, 60 feet further. And it looks like you can't really see much detail inside the room, but it looks like a really big room you're coming up on. And you think that's where the smell is coming from.
I stop like just outside the room,
And
and
it doesn't look like cavernous. It still continues to be like the worked stone, similar vibes.
I stop outside the room and turn around and kind of wait for everyone to gather.
Yeah, I'll gather up to the room. And does it look like there's like activity going on in it from what we can see from the doorway?
As you guys, I say you kind of got there first, Rafa. As you guys get up against the wall, heading into this big room. Rafa, you look into this space, and what you see is a large, kind of octagonal shaped. It looks like a room where they do like water processing, like filtration kind of stuff. And you see distinctly some humanoid looking shapes in this room as you kind of peek around the corner. And you notice that they look very similar to something that you've seen many times, something that you avoid pretty hard as a sailor. They look like humanoid shark type creatures as you see these big dorsal fins protruding from their backs. They're not looking in your direction, but you can see the jagged rows of teeth in their mouth. And you see these four figures in here. And just as you're seeing this, I'm going to say it's been about an hour since you picked your trident back up. And as you're looking in this room, you're seeing these shark humanoids, you kind of are distracted for a second as you look down at your trident and you hear and see the kind of crackling of electrical energy that now seems to be running up and down the length of your trident handle. Like, you look back up and you see these shark figures in the room. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
You have an electric trident. That's so cool.
That is so cool.
And I will get that item made and get it sent over to you.
You have an
before we play
electric bug zapper now.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. We very much appreciate it. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with everything we're putting out. And we will see you next time on Side 21. Have a wonderful night.